The Canepo went #1 in Australia twice. The first time was for Two Shoes, and the second time was for Rising with the Sun. Now, as a young musician who was, interested in music in other languages and had grown up, I guess, in the sort of jazz and world music and various kind of more obscure traps of Melbourne, I never ever dreamed of #1 albums. It just wasn't really on our radar. But we did it with Rising with the Sun again, many years later, after we were no longer a young, new band. We'd been around for a long time, and I got the same kind of kick. I remember we were at the WOMAD Festival, which we've played a number of times, and we were about to go on stage when we got the news, and it was just so exciting. It was the second album we'd done with Jan, and it just kind of kicked. And it's the Canepo has been nominated for lots of awards, but we haven't won a lot of them, and it's not to make a value judgment or anything like that, but I think part of that reason is just that we've just been too hard to categorise, and I love that about the band. I don't really mind about the cutest things, but it was so nice to have a week where we were just like, more people have bought this album than anyone else, and then go on stage in front of, God knows how many people, and do this show. Sometimes you just got to pinch yourself, and the magic about music is that those accolades mean nothing for me personally unless you can go out and have a real exchange with people in a live atmosphere. And nowadays more than ever, we've been denied that for a long time. But I remember that night thinking that the only way that this #1 will mean anything to me is if I can go out and, touch someone's hand, or be in that unexplainable moment where you're really listening to another musician and you're sort of losing yourself, but you're intuitively engaged. Of the songs on that album, it was just, probably a really nice follow-on from Steal the Light, just that young production sound, just songs that we'd fell back into a really good rhythm as a band, I think. And yeah, never dreamed we'd get 2 #1 albums playing music that I still can't really explain to people that well. All right.